From a decent loan spell at Rotherham United to a blockbuster permanent move to Wigan Athletic, Joseph Hungbo is on the name of everyone's lips. A player who brings pace, power and excitement every time he steps on the pitch, Hungbo is ready to electrify the DW Stadium. But what does he add to Sean Maloney's side? And how will he take the Latics to the next level? So then, a permanent move for the Nuremberg winger, leaving the German side on a permanent basis and returning to England on a full-time contract. But what will he add to the Latics side? Make sure you do one more thing for me before you start watching this new transfer update. Make sure you like the video if you've loved it, make sure you subscribe if you're new around here, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, I am the CHALL, and let's get straight into this video talking about the signing of Joseph Hungbo at Wigan Athletic. Let's go! So this explosive attacking talent from SC Nuremberg in Germany has joined Wigan Athletic for an undisclosed amount of money, pending international clearance and approval from both the EFL and the FA. After Josh Robinson arrived on New Year's Day, Hungbo was committed to a 3.5-year contract at the Brick Community Stadium, also known as the DW Stadium, and is Sean Maloney's second January transfer window acquisition. Following his January 2020 Hornets professional debut against Tranmere Rovers, Hungbo obtained experience whilst on loan at two different football clubs: Aldershot Town of the Vanarama National League and Scottish side Ross County, where he had a more successful stint. He scored 7 goals in 33 games during the 21-22 campaign with Ross County, as well as winning other individual awards. He was a true shining star for the Staggies, with a spectacular free kick against Dundee winning him the Goal of the Season award, and he was also rightfully voted County's Young Player of the Season and Players Player of the Season. Bundesliga 2 side FC Nuremberg took notice of his style of play and signed the quick wide player in July 2023, making 17 appearances in the German second division and helping the side finish in 12th place. He then made 18 appearances at the New York Stadium in all competitions after returning to England last summer to play for Latics League One rivals Rotherham United before being recalled as the January transfer window opened. So then, Joseph Hungbo to Wigan Athletic, here we go. The move is done, it's been announced, it's already confirmed, and Joseph Hungbo on a 3.5-year deal is a Latics player, the second one of the window, following the acquisition of Josh Robinson from Arsenal. Now, I got the opportunity to watch Hungbo's previous loan team, Rotherham United, of course, play Stockport County. I have seen highlights of Hungbo in terms of what he can offer as a player. I've seen what he can do on his best day. And I think this is the perfect wide player for Wigan Athletic. I do think that there are obviously things he needs to work on. Some of his decision-making needs to be improved upon. I think that the major talking point from a Rotherham loan perspective, from his loan spell at the New York Stadium, was there was games where fans wanted him to start over certain players, and they couldn't understand why Hungbo wasn't being started in certain situations. And to an extent, I can agree with the Rotherham fans. It's not every day that a Donny fan and a Rotherham fan can agree, but I do agree with Rotherham fans that Hungbo should have started a lot more games than he did during that loan spell. And obviously, the big story here is that Hungbo is going back, going to Wigan. Malik Wilks is staying. My belief is that Doncaster Rovers were going to go for the player. My belief that the deal was going to be done. However, it seems like Wilks is now staying at Rotherham. That deal is off. I heard it from my source. It was then made public by Ricky from the Free Press, retweeting an Alex Miller story that Wilks is staying at Rotherham United for the rest of the season on loan. Will go back to Wednesday in the summer. Wilks will stay at the New York Stadium. Hungbo recalled, becomes a Wigan player permanently, and that's a name off the Rovers list. And how do I know that? Because Ricky retweeted that, saying that Doncaster Rovers in general, that's one to tick off the list. That was the tweet, one to tick off the list. So Malik Wilks is not going to be a Rovers player, which is sad for me as a Rovers fan, but I can understand why Steve Evans wants to keep him. Steve Evans seems to hate Doncaster. But in all seriousness, from our Joseph Hungbo perspective, obviously to get some more game time at the Latics, because I do think he would have got more game time at Wigan Athletic over Rotherham United. I do think this is a wonderful move for him. I think that in Sean Maloney's 3-4-3, I think him stretching the opposition out wide on the left flank is a brilliant move for him. I think that with him in that side, I think he'd work wonders. I think as the inverted winger in a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3, I think again he could use that pace, stretch the opposition out wide, create gaps in the centre, use the link-up play between midfield and attack. I think that if you can just improve on those defensive transitions, you've got a really good young winger up and coming there. And Wigan are starting to build a pretty decent squad. Yes, this season could be better. However, I think long-term, Wigan could start to build a really good squad that will end up trying to get them back to the Championship in the long term. So I think that Joseph Hungbo is a really good signing for Wigan Athletic, long-term and short-term. And I think he'll get more game time at Wigan than he would have done still on loan at Rotherham. But I think that a permanent move was necessary for Joseph Hungbo's career. And I think that Wigan's probably the best club to get the most out of him at this point in his career. So I see it as a plus all round for both him, his now former club, his former loan club, and now his brand new club. I think for everyone involved, it's a win-win situation. Joseph Hungbo is an exciting prospect offering pace, creativity and energy from wide positions. While he needs to improve certain aspects of his game, his potential makes him a valuable asset for the team's attacking ambitions. So that is the signing of Joseph Hungbo to Wigan Athletic. But what do you out there think? Comment down below your thoughts and do one more thing for me before you leave. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe if you're new here, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. It's so important you subscribe. Just under 98% of you aren't subscribed to the channel. Please do that. It would mean a lot. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, I am the CHALL. Ta-ra for now. Mean that badge to you, and that is full time.